Russia could have yielded something to them and still kept them as partners and treated them with some equality. They could have created a socialist or communist parliament for Europe, and recognizing each state as independent, associated in treaty with the Soviet Union. But no, they had to go and make the stupid mistake of declaring that Russia's officially an atheistic nation. It was stupid. I have no great love for the organized religions of the world, including Hindu, that creates a concept of untouchability, which is ridiculous, but I'm a strong spiritual human being. I know that there's a spiritual force in this universe. And one of my friends asked me, "Omani, as much as you don't believe in organized religions, where do you think you're going to go when you die?" I said, "I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stay right here." And he looked at me, he didn't know what to say. I'm going to live with what I did, with who I talked with, my friends, my family, and you will bury the man and continue the plan. I will no more live without spirituality being a part of my being. And I will get on all fours and walk with the dogs. Because it's spirituality, not religion, that lifts me higher than the dog. Now, when I can make the seasons change and the oceans roar, the sun rise and set, start a hurricane and stop one, then I will tell you that I no longer believe in God. Because when I can do that, I will be God. And I know I will never do that. So while I do not believe in these organized religions, because all of them are hypocritical, I do believe in God. I believe in love. I believe in people. I believe in myself. And I have a special love for my own people, whose fight I've been involved in most of the years of my life. And in these years of my life, I am completely indulged in it. And for them, I plan to go to jail for very honorable reasons. Leading riots and stuff like that. I have not disgraced myself, and I will not. I will look good once you examine me in total. There will be nothing in my whole life that you will need to feel apologetic for. I've considered myself to be a product and part of the ownership of African people in the struggle, and I will never again be outside of that struggle. Our Holocaust needs to be mentioned here in conclusion, because it was not only the death of 250 million of our ancestors, it was the death of aspiration. It was the death of hope, the death of possibilities. It was the death of dreams unfulfilled. I'm saying this did not end at all. It has not ended. We will live through what we leave behind for our children, and what they subsequently will leave behind for their children. We have suffered the longest and most brutal Holocaust in human history. 100 times worse than that internal family affair in Europe that was started in Europe by Europeans. Fate has spared us for something And fate has not spared us to feed poison into our veins. Fate did not spare us to douse our bodies with alcohol and die in a drunken stupor. Fate has spared us to deliver a message to ourselves and to all mankind. We need not burn anyone's church or demean anyone's religion. But when it touches our life, we need to convert it into an instrument of liberation. And we need to stop worrying about who cares about what we do, so long as we are clear that this is what we want to do for our liberation. We need more independent schools. We need an independent political school, a political association. We need something to preserve the languages of Africa, all 1,800 of them. There shouldn't be a black child over the age of 7 who isn't skillful on a computer, in math and in science. You have to instill into your children from birth that they are born to lead, that they are born to bring a new sun to a people. Cast away, kidnapped, and brought out of their homes against their will. You're born to dig so deep into your history that you can tell the world with accuracy, long before there was a place called Europe. African people created the philosophical thought that went into the making of what you think is Greek philosophy, but is nothing but African philosophy. African people again created the spiritual thought that went into the making of the Bible, something you have written into myth and lied about. We gave the world its first humanity, and its fate has spared us to give the world its first humanity. Then our great message to the world is a message of enduring humanity for all mankind, but most importantly for African people. And teach your children to remember and to have confidence that if we did it once, we can of course do it again.